As tourists come back to the valley following months of strict stay-at-home orders, the city of Palm Springs is stepping up enforcement of face coverings and social distancing. Starting this weekend, the city plans to move into its next phase of enforcement and issue more citations. I spoke today with City Manager David Reddy. David, thanks for joining us.
Sure. Happy to be here.
So I want to go over the Code Compliance Weekly Report with you and the citations and complaints that the city of Palm Springs received. We have a copy of it right here. It says total estimated complaints 158 with 55 businesses inspected, and there were several citations issued as well. What can you tell us about that?
Sure. We've been in a very proactive mode of educating everyone, trying to make sure everyone knows the face covering requirement, reminding them if we find people that are not in compliance. We've been asking them to come into compliance, and we've found they have for the most part. However, we're now moving into the next phase of enforcement. We've been out there for weeks reminding everyone. We'll probably start issuing more citations. And it's very possible, even people not wearing face coverings on the street, we will start issuing some citations. But again, most people have been very, very willing to cooperate. But again, we need to send the message that face coverings are required in Palm Springs.
When code compliance officers go into these businesses, what are they specifically looking for?
So as you can appreciate, these rules have been changing constantly, and there's always new ones, and old ones are going away and new ones are replacing those. So we're making sure that the most up-to-date rules we have, that they're aware of what these rules are. They're in compliance, which is the face coverings, the social distancing, the distance between tables and restaurants. And so those are the things that they're looking for. And if we find that there's a willful disregard for those businesses will be cited. So, but right now, our code enforcement officers and our police on bikes will be much more active in the downtown area, particularly looking for people who are not wearing face coverings to make sure that everyone complies.
We found at least one business, Exotic Dreams, that was cited for not social distancing and no one wearing a face covering. According to the report, they were having a very large gathering at a pool with the DJ. How concerning is that for you?
Yeah, that's clearly not allowed, and that was a complaint that came in, and we investigated it and found out to be true. And actually, I believe a citation was given there. So those kinds of things we will focus on that we see as a really potential sort of hotspot potential or egregious willful disregard. But again, most people are cooperating, and we're doing everything we can to make sure everyone knows the rules, and they're allowing everyone to be safe, themselves and the people they're around.
How much are the citations, and do the penalties increase if a business continues to disobey?
Sure. So, for example, if someone's not wearing a face covering, it would be a $50 fine. The second one could be $250. If a business is not having the appropriate social distancing and doing the things that they need to, again, those fines can be $1,000 and $5,000.
$5,000.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it important to have this order? Why is it important that you enforce this? Because I know Riverside County Sheriff Chad Bianco says he doesn't want to enforce. So why is it important for the city to do that?
So obviously this is the last thing that city government wants to be doing, or any government as far as I know. But the times we're in, this pandemic is with us. And it's important that as a city policy, in the city's interest for our residents, our visitors, and for all the people that work in our businesses, to keep everyone safe. Palm Springs has to be about being safe, or we're not going to be a tourism destination, for one. And number two, the residents that live here deserve to feel safe. So,
all right, David, we appreciate your time. Thanks for joining us.
Sure. Anytime. Thank you.